Greetings once again, my friends, and welcome back to, well, Battle for Azeroth weekend, as we're actually getting ready to start up the expansion. But I still have a little bit of unfinished business, as a lot of you have actually asked me my opinions, or for me to go in depth on the Warbringers series, as well as the cinematics that are leading up into Battle for Azeroth. Since I already did the reaction to the Siege of Lordaeron, I'm going to go a little bit backwards to probably my favorite Warbringers video that they've done so far, highlighting Jaina Proudmoore, actually one of my most favorite characters of the Warcraft universe, especially in World of Warcraft. A lot of her character development has been really awesome to be able to see. And for those who have not seen it, which is a very few, but I'll just give kind of a light explanation. This is Jaina after the events of Before the Storm, where she kind of tells her current love, Caligos, that she needs to go and do something for herself. She needs to step away. And what we're guessing is she stepped away to be able to go and deal with her past as far as Kul Tiras is concerned. And then at that point, be able to help the Alliance and open the way for us to go to Kul Tiras as Alliance players. I love this, the animation of this. I love the folk song that we kind of have during all of that. I want to say sea shanty, but I don't know if it's actually that. I'm not that expert in music, but I do know that it's the closest thing to like a folk song called, I believe the title of it is Daughter of the Sea. I have it on iTunes, or I have it. It is chilling, it is sad, it is haunting, just considering the fact that if you know a whole lot of lore about Jaina, you know what is coming for her when we go to Kul Tiras. It's not necessarily going to be the best of trips. And for those who don't actually know, in the Frozen Throne expansion, when you deal with the Horde campaign, or at least the Orc campaign in that, you have the establishment of Durotar, like the area of Durotar, as well as Orgrimmar, which is going to be the capital of the Orcs at the very least, and then later on in World of Warcraft, kind of the capital for the Horde, because Thrall was there. And also the establishment of Theramore at that point, because now we have a human outpost, and Jaina and Thrall are friends at this point, and they're trying to kind of keep a peace dialogue going. But in the meantime, we have these little incidents that start happening, and you play the character Rexxar, and as you unearth it, you find out that Kul Tiran humans are looking to basically take out the Orcs at Orgrimmar and take Theramore for their own, led by her father, Grand Admiral Dalen Proudmoore. And to sum things up, you basically, as the Horde, try to kind of take the fight to him, and ultimately when you actually get to him, and he demands his daughter help him, she stands aside. She decides that in the greater interest of peace, it's not a good idea to support her father, because her father believes in kind of the old ways of dealing with things, especially in the First and Second War. The Orcs are savages. All they do is ransack and pillage, and she's not willing to even, or Dalen's not even willing to listen to the fact that Thrall is more civilized, and Thrall is actually trying to live a more peaceful life as opposed to his ancestors before him. So at that point, the fact that Jaina steps aside and the Kul Tiran humans, they immediately kind of isolate themselves from her. I think in early World of Warcraft, we were supposed to still see some Kul Tiran ones, but there also are ships that go back to Kul Tiras to tell that the Grand Admiral has since fallen, and not only did he fall by the hands of Orcs, but his daughter didn't do anything to help out. And so one of the things that I really like about this is that it kind of gives you the stakes as an Alliance player, as a Horde player, what Jaina's walking into going to her homeland. She hasn't been there in years, and she's not going home to a warm hug. She's not going home to a family dinner or anything like that. She's going home to face punishment. She's going home to be sentenced to death or whatever they're going to come up with. This is not a happy trip home. This is a death sentence, roughly. And so it's actually a very big event in Jaina's life where she has to kind of settle the demons that she was dealing with in regards to her father, because now she kind of finds herself very much agreeing with him, but at the same time also get ready for the horrible trip that's actually about to come. And I love this cinematic, so much so that I actually applauded Laura Bailey for her performance in it, and also just Warcraft in general for putting this out. It's by far one of the best video. Like, I wasn't the biggest fan of the Lords of War, just because there was like one or two that I liked. In particular, like Duratan, I really liked his. Harbingers was a really awesome series overall. I loved Gul'dan, I loved Khadgar, but this one is by far, in my opinion, if not tied with Khadgar, above Khadgar in the terms of storytelling, in the terms of weight of actual consequence that could happen here. It's really awesome, and coupled together with the Siege of Lordaeron cinematic, it only gets better. So there you go. That's my thoughts, and thanks so much to Blizzard Entertainment for putting these things out. I really am starting to like them as kind of a tradition leading into an expansion, and I'll be joining you guys next time when I take on the next Warbringers, Sylvanas, and the burning of Teldrassil.